Thanks so much to all the organizers for having me. I am just grateful that I am here in this so much inspiring conference. I came from Gangjang village, Jeju Island. I'll show you the map. So look at my t-shirts. It's Korea, right? North Korea, South Korea. And Jeju Island is just the southern tip of the Korean peninsula. So here I came from. And I came because I have been joining the anti-base struggle for last 15 years. And that's how I met Angie Jelto, who came to Jeju in 2012. She was arrested 3 times, so I had a hard time because of Angie. She was finally, she finally got the exit order. So that's how I got the relationship with the UK, thanks to Angie. But I am, so I really thankful to her. It's because she really taught me how the base struggle should be an international struggle. So I am here because your struggle, I think, is my struggle. And, and I am here because the Lakenheath base is what I have to fight against as well. Please tell me, let me tell more. Actually, I could not sleep for last 2 nights. So the people who sat with the same table, they could see I was almost sleeping. Sorry about that, but I could not really sleep for last 2 nights because I had to finish a statement. What happened in Korea was that on the Earth Day, April 22nd, the South Korea launched satellites, which is military satellites, which is nothing new, but it is one of the main 5 military reconnaissance satellites. That's why I had to write a statement. It is because it's related to nuclear war. Why? I want to briefly talk about that. After it was launched, the government and then Hanwha, the arms company, made a statement, and then they were saying it was part of attacking system, which is called kill chain in Korean term. And you may know that South Korea is thoroughly subordinate to the United States military. South Korea is the only country in the world who does not have its own wartime and operational control line. Which means if the United States wants to bring war, South Korea has no choice. And then when South Korea launched satellites, it is not only for South Korea. You can imagine how the satellite could be connected to United States Space Force, United States Strategic Command, right? Because United States, South Korea, Japan, they have a trilateral alliance, which is one of the key alliances for the United States to dominate the world. Another key alliance, NATO. So that's what Biden has tried to strengthen the connection between NATO and then the ROK US-Japan alliance. Okay. And I want to point out very important thing that you may want to know. How it could be connected together. Okay. There was a Korean War. Korea was divided after the Korean War. what happened was that the United States set up very spooky group in the demilitarized zone in the southern part. They call it UN Command, but it is not but it is not the UN organization. It is the U.S. military-led group, and it has 18 countries, which means in case of war, the 18 countries of UN Command, so-called UN Command, can be also driven to the nuclear war. And what is the 18 countries? Among the 18 countries, 12 countries are NATO members. UK, Belgium, Italy, Germany, Netherlands, Greece, more. So that's how they can make an Asian version NATO. You understand, right? That's how Asia and Europe can be connected together for the interest, for the strategy of the United States. So we should dismantle the UNC, which is illegal. It's not the UN group, but it is the US military-led group. It should have been dismantled right after the Korean War. Because what happened after the Korean War was that the UN was UN military, the UN command at the time was supposed to be withdrawn in 10 days. Instead, the United States stayed in the South Korea. They put about 80 US bases. Not only that, all the South Korea base, including Jeju Navy base, can be used anytime by the United States whenever she wants. So it doesn't matter whether it is a US base or whether it is South Korean base. It is not important whether Lakenheath base is a US base or the UK base, right? Yeah. Because UK is also subordinate to United States, right? Yeah. So, that's one point. Second point I want to emphasize is that space matter is very related to nuclear war. When you hit the nuclear missile to Russia or China, you need satellites, which means space could be the very critical and important matter for the nuclear war. That's why we peace activists should pay attention to the space issue. Also, AI, which really enable the high-tech nuclear war. So that's my point. Thank you. Thank you for listening.